what is the crucial part to build a brand like that? To let it develop organically. What is the must for a brand? What are you supposed to do as a founder to create a brand like that?
You have to really believe in it. I mean, you cannot be just you cannot be the agency that creates the brand for somebody else. I mean, you create the brand for yourself, and you have to really believe that brand or that company can exist, and you have to believe. And at the beginning, I mean, it's all a lie. I mean, it doesn't exist yet, but you have to believe it exists already.
Put yourself.
You have to believe so much that everybody else gets inspired by the fact that you believe in it.
Sometimes when we do the branding workshops, I try to prepare, people, founders, to think of it as something which is 3 years in the future. So to put their minds in what do you want it to be in 3 years, and then we start dissecting it and thinking of what are the attributes, what does it mean for your customers, what is the voice, what is the differentiation point, like what is the superpower of this brand, and so on and so forth. But I think you really need to put your mind in the future and then reverse engineer it from there.
And you have to believe in that future. I mean, not just to imagine it.
Yeah.
You have to believe with all your
bones.
Yes, you have to believe with your...
Wow, okay. I like that. That's great.
It's also hard. I mean, entrepreneurship is not just... it's hard to continue to believe even when there's a lot of headwinds, you have, problems. You cannot stop believing even in those times.
Okay.
And that's hard. I mean, that's not easy.
I'm sure that, with such great experience and also being a serial entrepreneur, you had to go through challenging times of the business. Can you tell me what was the mantra or the thought that kept you going even if it was hard, even if it was very difficult? What did you tell yourself so that you exactly, don't lose your faith in the vision? I mean, I went through some bad times in different moments, right? And the thing is that, you have to be able to be positive and go forward even when things are very, very negative. So then you have to adjust your expectations, I see. Okay.
So when you hit the wall, I mean, at least you're alive, and you have your health, I mean, if you're healthy and you're alive, I mean, that's a good. It's because I also went through a couple of accidents, skiing accidents throughout my life, and that was not true, I mean, I've seen worse than that. So if you see worse than that, I mean, having the expectation that you're healthy and able to cope with whatever comes is good. I mean, and you're happy, you're positive. So regardless of, and then you're gonna figure it out. I mean, you have to build trust in yourself. And I would say that probably that comes gradually with age. Some people are crazier than others, but most people, they try something, they fail, but then they succeed, so that builds trust. And then at some point, I mean, whenever I started anew, because I had a few cycles and I was hired in a company, then I just left in order to start entrepreneurship again. I started from zero, and being able to do that gave me more confidence than whenever. So if everything disappears and I'll start from zero, I'll be able to somehow manage to do it.
Yes. So,
but you build this confidence in years. I mean, it doesn't come naturally. I mean, of course, that everybody has their doubts when they're young and they don't know what they're gonna do and if they're gonna be able to manage it. Or. But the thing is that most people are. I mean, all people that I know, they're stronger than they think they are.
But I also like the first part of what you mentioned, being appreciative of what you have.
Yes.
Like, okay, you're hitting the wall or you're hitting the floor, depends.
Yeah.
what's the trajectory, and then you go back to appreciating
What
and
you
being
have,
grateful
yeah.
for what you have.
In order to get into a positive state of mind, so that you can solve the problems that you're having, right?
Okay.
Because otherwise, I mean, if you are stuck in the problem, then you can, you may not be able to find a good solution to it. I mean, you have to be in a good state of mind in order to have a good solution.
And if you're just as passionate about innovation as we are, hit subscribe for the Recursive Podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. We're everywhere.